Tonight, we honor a self-made millionaire. He started with nothing, worked hard, and made a fortune. That man is Fred Trump, Donald's dad.
What if you lost your fortune today?
Well, then maybe I'll run for president. I don't know.
And here's another one. It's pronounced, I am delusional, not I am running for president.
Who's laughing now?
Alright, so I just came from watching The Apprentice 2024, which is a biographical film about Donald Trump. I am Kenyan, so I'm not going to take any American political side and tell you whether I love Trump or hate him. I'm not reviewing this from that perspective. I'm just reviewing this from the perspective of it's a film and I know who Trump is. That's the way I'm reviewing this film. Sebastian Stan plays Trump, a young Donald Trump. And let me tell you, as soon as he landed on the screen, with that wig, with that Trump hair, I was laughing, bro. It looks so odd on Sebastian Stan. However, Sebastian Stan's acting is pretty good in this film. He really knows how to capture a young Donald Trump. The film has 3 phases, in my opinion. This is going to be a non-spoiler review, so don't worry. I'm not going to have any major details. The film is in like 3 parts. It starts with Donald's dad, Fred, having this case in court where he's getting sued by the federal government. The second part, which has to do with his love life with Ivana, some drama with his brother and family, and then the last part of the movie, which has mostly to do with Trump Tower and everything that follows with it. There's this character called Roy Cohn in this movie. Wow, the actor who plays him, I even had to Google him, Jeremy Strong. Wow, what a great actor, what a great character. I mean, these are all real people, right? But this is my first time hearing of Roy Cohn. Wow. I mean, probably you're watching and you're like, how did you like Roy Cohn? I know, because he uses a lot of offensive language and slurs and stuff. And he's cutthroat, he has no ethics, I know. But to me, that's just, raw authenticity of a human being. Like in Game of Thrones, there you have Cersei, yeah? Cersei is terrible in Game of Thrones, but she's all-rounded, she's cutthroat. You see her love life, you see how she thinks. Roy Cohn kind of reminds me, Roy Cohn is kind of the same way. And I like the acting, the way he's portrayed, really liked him. In fact, I think I liked him more than Sebastian Stan. For a minute there, when I was watching the whole thing, I thought that Roy Cohn was actually the main character of the film. The way the actor portrays Roy Cohn as a character, really good. Can I just mention that Donald Trump is portrayed in this film as a simp?
Simp!
Yeah, let me explain what I mean as a simp. I mean, this movie takes place in 1973. And as I said, no spoilers. When he meets Ivana keeps being like, I have a boyfriend, sorry, can't meet you, I'm getting engaged. She keeps saying no. But Donald is like, pursue. I'm like, I get it. It was 1973, and when a chick told you no, it was like, she's playing hard to get, so you have to run after her. But by today's standards, in my opinion, this is just simp behavior. As a DJ who interacts with a lot of people, to me this is just simp behavior. If a lady tells you no, just take the no and just go with it. Especially in this case, Donald asked her out twice and she said no. Just let it go. Because the reason why I'm pointing this out is because Donald Trump in this film is supposed to be this ambitious young man. He's this alpha male dude. There's even a scene where he's in his limo and he's talking on the phone and he's saying how he's smart and this and handsome and rich, but he's humble, that's what he says. Under all that huge big guy facade, he's a simp, and some pretty girl comes along. Speaking of pretty girl, there were a lot of unexpected sex scenes in this film. I'm just telling you in case you have not watched this. Be prepared for a couple of very, very unexpected sex scenes. I don't know. I knew that it was going to be a biographical film about Trump, but I was not expecting the sex scenes. Yeah. Depending on how you view Trump, this might be some huge propaganda meant to portray Trump in a positive light, or it will just be 2 hours of Trump's life that you find to be like an interesting film. Depending on how much you love Trump or hate Trump, or whether you're just neutral about him. Me, I'm just neutral about him because I'm in Africa, so his Trump doesn't directly affect my life, unlike people who live in the States. And the film is like 2 hours, so in my opinion, it felt bloated. It felt bloated in some places with some filler scenes, some scenes which definitely I felt could have been cut out and the story would have not changed. It's like they were just there to like expand on Donald as a character, but they feel a bit fillerish. And also there's a lot of and then typewriting. Just because you have a biographical film based on someone's life, you should remember that you're still making a movie and it should sort of have a flow. When you're writing a film, you should write, this happened, therefore, this happened, therefore, this happened, but because of this, action, consequence, action, consequence, action, consequence. But instead in this film, things are written like, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then writing. It makes the film feel like it's bloated, not heading in a specific direction. There should be that sense of plot a bit, even though it's a biographical film about someone's life. There's this one interview scene where Sebastian Stan is playing Trump and he's being interviewed, and wow, the level he really plays Trump really well. I never imagined Sebastian Stan, who is Winter Soldier, ever playing a good Donald Trump. But in that interview where he's being interviewed, and then he's like, New York, and there's a way York, because people just say New York, but the way he pronounces it, the Trumpism in him. Sebastian Stan really did a good one. The third act of the film, you get to see like this arc of Trump. He moves from like student to master, and you see this arc regarding how now in the third act, how his dad views him, how his lawyer friend Roy Cohn views him, the way now Trump views his wife. You see him undergo this arc of like, student to master. Kind of reminds me of the movie Wolf of Wall Street. If you watched Wolf of Wall Street with Leonardo DiCaprio, it's kind of the same-ish. But, this one is 2 hours, and Wolf of Wall Street had a lot of cussing. This one doesn't have as much cussing. This movie doesn't make me love or hate Donald in any way. There are some scenes where I kind of see him more dick because of how he treats his friend or his wife. But it's a film. To me, I have no like real any personal feelings about Donald Trump. I get the vibe that Donald is really obsessed with like immortalizing himself, with the way he puts his name on buildings and casinos and this. He just wants everything to have his Trump because it's a way of like immortalizing himself. And this movie portrays that really well. Out of 10, I give this film a 7. I give it a 7 because I would have given it an 8. But because it's so long and somewhere around the 1 hour, 45 minute mark, you already begin to feel like, just end already, Yeah, but other than that, I give it a 7 out of 10 in my book. If you've enjoyed this review, make sure to smash like and subscribe. Tell me what you thought of this film if you've watched it. I'm trying to do daily reviews, so for daily reviews, make sure to smash like and subscribe, and then I'll see you in the next one.